And we're back.
Yes, we are. After our first podcast, that was a lot of fun.
We didn't get canceled, so that's good.
That is a good thing.
We really appreciate everyone taking the time to listen, especially to download our podcast. That means a ton. We are just so happy to be doing this together and to get the word out there about what life is like being just diagnosed.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I keep looking and I don't see anything out there where people are sharing actual, side effects, everything they're going through mentally. All I read about is what their doctors are telling them. And I think sharing my story is going to help benefit a lot of people, I hope.
Yeah, I think that there is a lot of stuff out there, medical journals, things you can read through, but I think it's really eye-opening for people to listen to someone who's actually going through it as they're going through it, because there's not a lot of info out there about those early days, like when you have no idea what's going on.
No idea. And really your world drops on a dime and your life is turned upside down and there's just so much that, you know, you just don't know where you're going to go, what you're going to do. And I'm going through it and I'm just going to try to share everything with you guys.
Well, today you are going to hear about some side effects, work-life balance, financial planning, second opinions, experimental treatments, and anything else that we feel like sharing with you guys today. So let's get into it. So Steve, we're going to start a new segment.
Oh, a new one?
Yeah, a new one. It's called Steve's Side Effects of the Week.
Oh, yay.
So,
I'm going to review some of the side effects, but this last week was horrible, to be completely honest.
yeah.
I look like Freddy Krueger. Look, as you can see.
Yeah.
I mean, I have hives and the itchiness of the disease is how horrible. I mean, my legs are all ripped up. I put everything on there, but it's tough. It's tough when you have something like this. Another thing that I found out this past week, I've been battling fevers of 101 to about 103. They tell me at 104 I need to go to the ER. But
So just enough to make you feel miserable, but not enough to have anyone do anything about it.
Exactly. And not only am I miserable, I mean, like right now, I took a shower because I knew we were going to try to do this, and I feel pretty good. But I'm sure you hear my breath, and I have a tough time breathing. I'm fatigued all the time, and these fevers are just horrible. I mean, I can't get comfortable. I can't sleep at night. It's just really, really not fun. Not fun at all.
I think this week was a stark difference from when we had last week, and we had a really good, couple days where those are, you have to hold on to those days when you feel good and when you want to do something and you have to get outside and you have to like feel the fresh air and see stuff because it's hard. And this week was definitely a hard one.
Yeah, it was. And I did go outside just to get in the sun, just to feel the fresh air. But I walked 3 feet and I'm out of breath and I got to have a seat.
Yeah, it's rough. So what has been your most surprising side effect this week?
Again, the interesting thing is the fevers. And the reason why I say that is because I track in my notes, whenever I have a fever, I track it, the date and the time. And what's coincidence is in January, around January 20th, for a week then, I had fevers that week too. And it was one of my miserable weeks. And I know it's a coincidence, but, I'm going to try to talk to the doctor to see what they say about that.
Yeah.
Because I would really like to know, is it my body trying to fight the cancer?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it, do I coming down with something once a month?
Well, and let's kind of update them where you are in this process, right? So you just had 2 rounds of immunotherapy. What week are you at in your second round?
This is the last week, so next Tuesday I'm going for my 3rd treatment.
And you go every 3 weeks?
Every 3 weeks.
Okay, so when you get these fevers, is it, or you get them all the time, but is it really bad? Like the last week is really when, right before you go again?
That's what I mean. That's what it seems like based on me tracking when I have my fevers.
Yeah. So definitely something to ask your doctor about. And I'm glad you're keeping up on it. That's a lot of type A shit right there.
Well, also my cardiologist wants me to track my blood pressure,
Yeah.
and man, it's been skyrocketed. But the other day, it was like 129 over 85. That was good for me.
Oh, that's terrifying. uh,
Sorry.
no, you're good. This is real. That's how you know it's real. We're unedited. We're unscripted. We're good here. How are you handling the emotional roller coaster that comes with these physical changes?
It's tough. It really is. Sometimes I'll get into a bad thought and, think the worst things. Like, my brother-in-law had lung cancer, and he went through immunotherapy and chemo and stuff. And they told him to get his affairs in order. And then I just went down the Google search of, hey, what'll survive more, liver cancer versus, lung cancer? And again, you don't know who to believe, but then I was reading some of this stuff and I just got emotional, and it was really, really, really bad.
Yeah, that's absolutely the hardest thing. You can't go down those rabbit holes, but I think you're allowed to. I think it's normal to go down those.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then, the hard part is always thinking about the grandkids.
It's the worst.
That is the worst.
That's what gets me.
We need to change the topic on that.
Okay, we're moving
we
on.
We can't talk about that.
Have any side effects made you rethink your current approach or treatment? Because obviously these side effects are probably coming from the treatment. Anything making you second guess there?
No. What's a little crazy is the doctors share some side effects, but they don't share, they say you'll probably get these things, but there's a lot more. There's a few more things that you get than what the doctors tell you.
Are you noticing any patterns besides the one you did, like triggers for certain symptoms?
Yeah. Well, we spoke about the fevers earlier. The hives are ridiculous. But and the night sweats, nauseousness, it just doesn't stop. And the coughing. I mean, it's coughing. I use the medication they give me, but it doesn't always work. And it just hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's the worst. So when you beat this and you come out on the other side, which side effect are you looking most forward to leaving behind?
That's a tough one because I'd like to leave them all behind and get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm a basketball player. I want to get back out on the courts. So shortness of breath, you can't play ball with shortness of breath. So I'm looking. But then again, if you're fatigued all the time, but shortness of breath probably because I can't walk, like I said, more than 3 feet and I'm out of breath, and I gotta sit.
That's the worst. Well, any other side effects you want to share with us? Anything crazy happening? Any new ones?
No, nothing too new.
Just the same old cancer shit.
Just the same old stuff. And now that it's been going on a little bit more, like I was telling you earlier, as we were talking, if you were to take a photo of me without my shirt and pants and just had my my briefs on,
what everyone wants to see.
Whichever, have you seen this part? I'm almost down to 200 pounds.
No, you are so, like, for those who haven't seen my dad in a while, you are so skinny.
Yeah, I went from 240. I'm 6'5". Went from 240, almost down to 210. But the marks on my body, I don't know. It's not good.
At what point do they worry about weight loss? Like, at what point do you need to go, like, start drinking Ensure or, like, pumping feeding tubes, or I don't know. That's not happening. I can't talk about that. That's not happening. But it's, like, is there a limit?
Well, I did call my Cigna registered nurse that's assigned to me, and we actually had an appointment with a dietitian today. So we went over some things I should probably be doing to try to, so I don't lose too much weight and to try to gain a little bit back. So hopefully if I follow the plan, it'll help because it is a concern. Like I can't get anymore really too skinny.
Yeah, that's true. One thing we talked about last time was like work and life and, your job. Obviously, you run a company, a very successful business. How's that going?
It's been challenging. The office will call and I can't even answer the phone. It's horrible. But fortunately, I have great staff that run it. I mean, I've really taken a step back from the business. I really can't do much. Pretty much all I do for the company is payroll, and then just answer any questions that they need answers for. But yeah, praise the Lord, or that the staff I have is doing amazing.
Has your perspective on like what it means to have success and like, how you've gotten to this point in your life? Like you've been an entrepreneur my entire life. You've ran multiple businesses, mostly successes, one failure, myinmates.com.
You
But
had to bring that up.
of course I had to bring it up. It's our greatest story.
I thought I was going to be a billionaire with that thing.
We all did not, but you did. But has your perspective on success and like what you have made and what you define that, has that changed with this diagnosis?
For me, I don't know. I look at the world a little differently than maybe most people. For me, success is to see other people successful. All the students we take care of and all the home care cases that we do. I just want them to have the best, and I always want to try to go out of my way to make sure I go meet with everyone. I go to all the centers, and we do cookouts for them. We, do a lot of fun things, and I can't be a part of that right now. But I feel someone said to me today that they were so proud of me for the company that we built, that all the students are just happy and enjoy coming to the program, because most programs that are run out there, they're not that good.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answered the question, but
You got there. I think one of the things you said this, you like to see other people succeed. You like to set up other people for success. And I can say as your kid that I've seen that in my entire life, right? Like even when you guys owned the fun center and you had, teenage employees who wanted to work and then didn't want to work, they changed their minds. Like you were always like, this is a job. Go be the best you can be wherever that is. We want to help you. We want to train you. We want to make you a manager. We want to make you, a regional manager, a general, whatever it is. Go do that. And I can say that even for myself, when I was coming back from a crazy life situation and had no idea what my career was going to be, you were integral to me even landing my first corporate job. I mean, you have always 100% given, propping other people up for success. And I think that's what makes you you and what makes you special.
yeah, no, I just, it's in my DNA to help people, and again, to try to make them successful as well.
Now, we kind of talked about how you're not working at the same, level, not, mostly not at all, but just more online paperwork admin. But do you feel pressure from yourself to keep working at the same level as you were before? Or have you allowed yourself some grace?
I allow, when you ask that, I allowed myself some grace this week.
Good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's hard when you have no energy to do anything and you can't do anything and it's your own company.
Yeah.
It's rough. But this past week was really rough.
Yeah.
And I really had to step back and, my staff is amazing.
You're doing really good. I mean, we're only able to do what we can, and to me you are superhuman. So to even see you still being able to do this, and you guys, like, this is 1 hour a week that we get to do this, and this is, I know you give it your all to be here with me,
and I'm sure tomorrow I'll be sleeping all day.
And it's it means a lot. I think that it's really hard to hold it together for people. So you're allowed all the grace, and I hope that everyone else is giving you that same treatment.
Yep, they are.
So you are always one who's had a project, an idea, something in the back of your mind of what's going to happen next. What's the next big thing?
Yep.
Any projects?
Yeah. If your mom lets me, I'll open up a pizzeria or a bagel shop.
A bagel shop with the water imported from New York. I've
That's
already
right.
heard that one many times. But anything you've paused or let go of since being diagnosed?
No.
That's
Still same plans, same goals, same everything. Nothing's changed.
You think that's
The other-
integral?
I'm going to be really honest with you right here, right now.
Yeah.
I mean, really out there. God forbid something happens to me.
Yeah.
There'll be people that'll have to take over the business.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every single one of us is, and it's not going to happen, but every
No.
single one of us is ready.
No.
And we would, I'm not going to cry,
Yep.
but we would.
No, but we also
Your
have.
legacy is the coolest thing. And the fact that you're getting on here every single week with us to talk about this, I mean, it's really cool.
Yep.
All right, we're moving on before we cry again. We cried more this episode than we did the first one. Just so you guys know, this is hard, but it's really special, and I'm glad that we're getting to this out there so that, if you're going through something similar, and maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your son, aunt, uncle, whoever it is, we hope that you find us relatable for whatever it is that you're going through. Or maybe you're nosy and you just want to know what's going on in Steve McCabe's life. I mean, how many people have you talked to, in the last week alone that you haven't heard from?
Oh my God. Well, you probably have seen my friends been contacting you to try to get my phone number.
Yeah.
But I really am not, no offense to them. I just, I just want to spend time with family right now. Because don't know where this is going to go. So it's really important that I spend time with the grandkids and you guys.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me. So let's talk about your blood work and any recent stuff that you've had done recently.
Yeah, no, nothing really out of the ordinary right now. Most of my blood work again will be next week when I go for my third treatment. So I'm sure they're going to run every time I go there. They run the labs, they do the blood work there. And what's amazing is you don't have to wait. I mean, as soon as they do the blood work there, they share it with me within 15 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy at the Florida Cancer Center.
So we have been talking a lot offline about different opinions and going different places and talking to different doctors. Who have you talked to recently? What are you guys thinking? How's it looking?
Well, we have an appointment with Moffitt next week to have a second opinion. And then the number one cancer place is MD Anderson. And we have an appointment with them. That's the one really looking forward to talking to about them. Because I am concerned. Liver cancer is different. I mean, if you do research and talk to doctors, liver cancer is a little bit different.
It's different than every other cancer.
I mean, back in the day, colon cancer was a death sentence.
Right.
Today, colon cancer is not a death sentence.
Yep.
Liver cancer, where mine is, there's, if this doesn't work, because the doctor shared with me that they had some success with doing this with people with liver cancer, but I didn't hear the confidence in the voice.
Yeah.
So, if this is not going to work, I need to be all set to do some other different trials. I even had a friend from New York, someone I went to high school with, shared a pretty cool thing. It's a proton thing, a place in New York. He actually said that he's seen miracles from this machine, but there's only one machine that does this thing.
Yeah.
So going to look into that as well.
That's awesome. Yes. So in talking about that and having these meetings with these other places, do you feel like doctors are being transparent? Do you feel like you're wishing for more info, that they're just leading you on and making you wait for stuff?
No, it'll be curious because they have to wait. They have to get it all, my biopsies, everything before I can meet with them. But I'm just really going to be curious to see what they say, compared to what I'm being dealt, with the Florida Cancer Center, what I'm currently doing with them.
When did you feel like it was the right time to seek a second opinion?
Right away.
Yeah.
Right away. We realize, with my diagnosis is a little bit different than most people with their liver cancer because of what they can't operate, can't take it out. It's right next to the blood vessels. No liver transplant, no chemo, no radiation. I mean, I'm a kind of unique case.
Yeah.
So, and it takes a while to get appointments with these places. So, pretty much after the first treatment, I was there. I was like, yeah, we should probably get a second opinion and a third opinion.
Good.
And the great news is, we have Cigna, and I'm going to be very transparent with everybody. If Cigna sucks, I'm going to tell you Cigna sucks, but Cigna doesn't suck right now. They're like, yes, definitely, let's go to get those other opinions for you. The only thing you have to do is stay in network. If you go out of network, then you might have some issues.
Has anyone given you unexpected advice that's changed your perspective on treatment?
No.
Has anyone give you unsolicited advice that you didn't want to hear?
Yes. Yeah.
How annoying is that?
Well, it's not annoying. I think they're really coming from the heart.
Always
From the heart. But, what is ivermectin?
Yeah. That's a big topic these days.
Everybody wants me to start doing ivermectin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you got to do some more research on that.
I agree. It's
So,
weird.
Yeah, but it's amazing how many people sent me the video with Joe Rogan and what's his name?
Yeah, well, it's just you see it on a podcast clip, and then all of a sudden you think that it's gonna work.
Just because, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Just because Mel Gibson said, I've seen 3 of my buddies been cured from cancer from this ivermectin.
I know.
And that's all you see is those 5 seconds and Joe Rogan in the background there. And now all of a sudden it's a big thing. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But right now I don't know if that's for me.
And we're trusting your doctors. I mean, you have a really good team. And as always, if you're listening to this and you're going through this, trust your team, trust your medical professionals. They have literally done years and years and years and years of schooling to do this. This is their world. And I think that
now I don't mean to tease future episodes.
Ooh.
But we are going to explore some conspiracy theories. Because after doing some research.
There's a lot of stuff you can find, but we're not going to open up the bag yet.
Yeah, but I found some stuff out that is true.
Yeah.
So, but I want to save that for another podcast.
No, we'll work on aliens first.
Yeah, aliens are good. Where's Josh Martin?
Oh my gosh. Now, first, okay, wait. So, tangent for a second. Do you think that it's more likely that the aliens are coming from deep in the water, like, under the earth? Have you not heard this?
How the hell did you get that from deep in the water?
This is literally all over. They're doing hearings about it right now, that there are aliens coming from in the water instead of space. So now the big thing is like, are aliens coming from space, or have they already been here for thousands of years and they're under the water?
Yeah, I haven't
Deepest
heard
part of the sea.
I haven't heard that, but I do believe there's existence on other planets somehow.
There has to
with
be.
People like us or some sort of thing, but there's got to be. If we're here, there's somebody somewhere else.
I'm on a weird side of TikTok, that's for sure.
Yes, you are, because I've seen the TikToks that you send me.
Okay, so we're moving on. There's always 2 things true in life that will happen, and that is
death and taxes.
Yep, baby. So talk to me about it. Where are you at right now?
Right now, you don't realize we had my brother-in-law died last year this time.
Mm-hmm. Almost exactly a year ago. And it's horrible, all the things they had to go through probate and all those things. So I did meet with an attorney. I had to having a will put in place, having a POA put in place. Also, there's an assignment for the business, all kinds of legal things that need to be done. And the only reason why I'm doing this is to make it easier for you guys. And it'll be one for me, one for Mom.
And then, the biggest things we'll just have to figure out who gets all the memorabilia.
I definitely am getting all the pictures. No, I'll go around like in Gilmore Girls when she put Post-it notes on all the shit that they wanted. Michael's definitely putting Post-it notes on all the baseball cards, and they are not dying, but we can joke about it.
Yeah.
So my first question, did you have a will or anything in place before all this?
No, and it's
That's
funny.
shocking.
Isn't that shocking?
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I have a lot of successful friends.
Right.
Yeah. They don't have wills either or nothing in place.
That's insane. Okay.
Yeah.
Trust and Will, please sponsor us. Sponsor our podcast. We're ready.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I'm not going to share any names or anything.
No.
But a really good friend of mine, his wife just had colon cancer.
Yeah.
And hopefully they got it all out in time. She's going to be going through tests and different things. So, yeah, you got to have things in place.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think about it even for me, as, a young, healthy person with a family. Like, what if I, got hit by a car tomorrow and it was over? Like, I have nothing in place, and I have a 401k, I have a home, like all this stuff that
Nothing.
I think it really reminds you when you're faced with unexpected diagnoses that, like, you do need to write shit down. You should have a will, and you should have a power of attorney. And do you want to be resuscitated? Do you want to be an organ donor?
Oh, just so you know, I have you putting a pillow over my face
Thank
when I'm
God.
ready to go.
Because Mom and Michael can't do it.
No, they
Matt and
can't do
Andrew.
it. They're not going to do it.
I'm glad. I was going to ask you. Wait,
That's
who
in the
made
will.
you the power of attorney? I'll turn you off.
I want you to unplug me, bitch.
That's how I feel. Kendall is like, that's so funny that we're talking about this, because my husband, God love him, he wants to stay on. He wants to be saved. He's like, yeah, you better not pull
Really?
that. Yeah, he's like, you better
I'll
not
go
pull
there and
that plug.
accidentally fall and trip into his plug.
Exactly. He's like, you better not pull the plug. Like, you better try everything to save me. And me, I'm like, no, like, I go into heart failure. Bye, done. See you later.
Yep, I have faith.
I have faith.
I believe in God.
I do too.
So, all my life I've always tried to do the right thing. So
Yeah.
if it's my time to go and the plug's got to be unplugged, unplug it.
Are you an organ donor?
Yes, I am.
That's good.
Well, I hope my organs, Oh, speaking
eyeballs. I mean, they donate eyeballs.
Yeah, but, thinking of another side effect that just came to me is my eyesight is starting to change. Yeah, so I wear glasses for distance.
Sure.
But all of a sudden, try to read my freaking iPhone. It's too small.
Really?
Yeah, and I've had great vision up close.
Yeah, for as long as you. Yeah.
I mean, nothing. All of a sudden, it's starting to change.
That's so weird.
So we'll have to just track that as we go along.
Yeah, we'll put them all down and make sure we're watching that. So, what was the most challenging part of planning your will or arranging your affairs? Obviously, it's very emotional, I imagine.
Yeah. Who to leave different things to. That's the tough part. And then, so I don't want anybody to get offended if so-and-so is the next, God forbid something happens to me, something happens to your mom, then the next person in line that we're putting there doesn't get offended.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of things to take into consideration, but we're trying to figure it out.
I think you raised 4 really good kids, and I know that, God forbid something happened, we all really rely on each other and can talk to each other. We're all in really great places right now where we all text and, we come over for family dinner. I don't imagine a Succession style ending to that story. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
You guys are great parents, and you have, we appreciate how honest you're being with us through this, like talking about that, there is a power of attorney and there is a will, and that, you don't want to be on life support for 6 months.
No. And everybody needs to make those plans.
You do.
And everyone needs to really, if you haven't had a death in the family, and there's no will, there's no nothing, it's a process.
Yeah.
When it comes to houses, it comes to cars, it comes to bank accounts, 401ks, you really got to have something there. So I urge you, if anyone, recently gets diagnosed and you don't have something in place, definitely, even if you just write it on a piece of paper
Yeah.
and put it somewhere, but definitely try to go online, print out some forms, and get it done.
Now, do you feel relief over having this all done, or
Yes.
anxious, or
No.
relief?
Nope. I feel relief.
That's good.
I feel, we've been saying we were going to do one for the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's why I thought you already had one. You told us to put stuff down.
And it took cancer to make me do one.
Right. This is going to be a weird question.
Go ahead, ask.
I don't want to ask it because I feel like you know what I'm going to ask, but I'm.
What have I got for using the C word?
No, I was going to ask because I know that I have. No. I was going to ask. I know what I know that I have already done it, like in my head. If you were to die, this is so insensitive, but we're in a podcast.
Hey. We're all gonna die sometime.
We're all going to die someday, and I know exactly how I want it to go. Have you planned your funeral?
Yes.
Do you have it all written out so I can have the right songs playing?
Oh no, I already did the songs.
You
and
already did your own
I already did my
slideshow.
own songs. I already did my own photos and everything.
I've got so many good ones.
Oh no, there's this new artist out there that wrote a song if someone died.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it brought me to tears.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's great.
I just I would want to attend.
But then again, you know how sick I am.
I know.
Because there might be a thing where you guys playing the music, because I did this already.
Right. And then are you going to rise out of the coffin?
No, but I will come on screen and saying, "Hey, are all my basketball friends here?
Oh my
Can you
God,
guys look
shut up.
around?
Start
Make sure,
calling them by name.
make sure they're all here. Is Rich here? Is Goose here? Is Stack here? Where are they?
Oh my God.
Can anybody see them?
Oh my God. You're going to call them out. That's
Call them out.
hilarious.
Then the photos will go. Then they'll go a little bit longer. Then they'll go, "Hey, did any of my employees make it to here?" And then it'll go more photos, and it'll go, "Hey, did any of the youth groups when I was a youth leader?
Oh
Did
my God.
any of you guys show up here? Jack,
I
James?"
I'm glad we can laugh about this. And
Oh, you laugh. Oh, you wait till you see
Oh my
it.
God, stop. I'm going to sob. Listen, I wouldn't expect it to go anyway because, I almost knew that you did because I'm your daughter. And of course, I already also have mine done.
We'll have to compare.
We'll have to compare and contrast. And, it'll be 20.
I bet you I can make more people cry than you.
Shut up. I can definitely, yeah. I don't know. I don't like to think about it too much, but
I don't, but I laugh about it.
you have at this point, there's nothing to do but have one, dark humor, two, laugh when you can, because there's not a lot of laughing these days.
There's nothing. And honestly, my quality of life right now is not good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I mean, I just, can't do much.
You can't.
The fatigue is ridiculous, and so is the shortness of breath. I've already said this before, but yeah. And bored as hell.
Yeah. I mean, how is that?
I mean, just laying on the couch, sitting on the chair, can't do much. I mean, and it's going to be like this for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, it's going to be this way.
I'm sure there's people out there that are worse than me, and I feel for you. I really do.
You got to make do with what you have, and we got to find the laughs where we can.
Yep.
So let's talk about experimental treatments in a roundabout way and not like a real way, because we already said we're not doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
But have you tried any teas or anything?
Yeah. Actually, my son Michael, he recommended this thing called Dose, DOSE, and it has turmeric, all kinds of stuff. It's for the liver. It's supposed to help your liver. So I just started taking it a few weeks ago. And we'll see how it's going. I asked the doctor about it, and she says, "Yeah, that's all natural. You should take that."
That's awesome. I was going to say, next question, has your medical team encouraged you or discouraged you from this? Popping little immunity shot bottles or whatever.
Yeah, they said to be careful with what I put through my liver. If there's anything that I'm not sure about, I should definitely ask them. So, I don't know if you know, I can only take ibuprofen, Advil.
I did not know that.
Yes, I can't take anything else.
No Tylenol?
No Tylenol. That's not good for the liver.
Damn. Oh, right. No,
Yeah.
Ken has said something about that.
Yep,
That's
yep.
crazy.
So you got to be real careful. Even like well-balanced meals. You know how much I love steak.
Yeah, no red meat.
No red meat.
I did know that one.
No raw fish.
No, well, that wasn't really your problem.
Well, I like sushi, so.
But you can have like cooked salmon.
Well, yeah, I kind of cooked, but there's some raw ones I like.
Oh yeah, were you out here eating
I mean,
raw
I
tuna
love.
sashimi?
Yep. I mean, I like oysters,
Oh, oysters are no,
clams.
yeah.
But yeah, can't have them.
That's definitely a change
Yep.
in your diet. If an experimental treatment offered a slight chance of significantly improving, like let's say you had to move, there's actually, I'll shout her out. There is a girl in my liver cancer Facebook group who is currently over in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
She is doing, and it's, an actual clinical trial, literally through a hospital. But that is the only place that clinical trial was going on. And she went. She
Wow.
lived in England and she literally went there. And, it's a very real clinical trial. But like, is that something you'd do or maybe not?
I would definitely do something, but I mean, Philippines, I only know what I know about the Philippines, and I don't know if it's good or bad, so
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go.
I mean, traveling that far would be really hard on your body.
No,
Getting you on a plane, I feel like would be rough right now.
no, I'd be miserable maybe on the plane, but
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
You could?
Yeah, I could do it.
That's good. Well, we are getting to the fun part of our podcast where I do something random, and that is where we're going to go with this or that.
Okay.
First question, coffee or tea?
Never drank coffee in my life. I've had some sips here and there, and I always find it nasty, but it does smell amazing.
Does smell
Coffee
good.
has a great smell, but yeah, can't drink it. Tea all day.
Mom has that really good Santa's White Christmas. It
Mhm.
smells so good. I drink it. Disgusting. Billy Joel or Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, I'm a Long Island guy, so I gotta go Billy Joel.
Always and forever.
And as I brought you up on him.
Absolutely. It's my first concert, best concert. We've seen him how many times now?
We've seen him quite a few.
Yeah, it's the best. Beach house or mountain cabin?
That is a tough one. I would say probably with the grandkids and everything, and probably lean towards the beach house.
I'd probably choose mountain cabin. Give me a hot tub and some snow and a book.
Yep.
Okay, pizza or burgers?
Oh, pizza all day long.
You love pizza. I think once a week I get a text, hey, I'm bringing home pizza. You want anything?
Yep.
Super strength or invisibility?
Oh, who doesn't want to be invisible?
Really?
Yeah, because you're invisible. You're gonna have the strength because no one's gonna find you if someone's coming to beat you up.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you could just hide. That's
Yeah.
really good. I don't know what I would choose if I would do super strength or honestly, I'd probably do invisibility. I don't know why I expected you to say super strength, but I like invisibility.
No.
Okay, so we love watching shows and movies, as does everyone these days. Would you rather binge watch a show or watch a great movie?
Probably binge watch a show.
Yeah, I much prefer shows to movies these
Yeah,
days.
especially if it's a really good one.
You couldn't get me into a movie theater anymore.
Yeah.
Camping under the stars or a 5-star hotel?
No, that's a tough one. I'm taking camping under the stars only if it's somewhere where we could see all the stars.
Every single one?
Every single one. Otherwise, your mom got me into this bougie stuff, so I'd be into
Get her in a Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, we'll be at a Ritz-Carlton.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Cake or ice cream?
I don't like either.
Really?
Yeah.
You always eat one whenever there's cake or ice cream around.
Well, I like Carvel cake.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, I'd probably say a Carvel cake.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
I'm kind of more of an early bird.
Same. I don't know how on earth I married my husband when he can't function before 9 a.m.
Yep.
Concert or sporting event?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you love both of those.
Talk
about how many concert tickets you've bought in the last year that you didn't go to.
I've been to every one.
You've been to most of them, but I meant you just buy concert tickets because you want to go. You don't even think about it. You just are like, I'm going to go.
Right. And then mom finds out that I bought tickets. I say, oh, yeah, no, I bought them.
I told you about it 4 months ago.
4 months ago. Katie's going with me. Oh, Andrew's going with me.
But you also love a sporting event. I mean, you're a Lightning season ticket holder.
Yep.
You go to
But you know
Bucks
what?
games? What?
You know what? Maybe what you can do
What?
is tell mommy maybe we should get him Kenny Chesney tickets
Oh, Mom.
to the Spear.
This is how we'll know if she listens all the way through.
There you go.
This is hilarious.
This is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Because I would love to go see Kenny Chesney
Kenny
at the
Chesney
Spear.
and the Sphere.
And if you call Aunt Rachel, she was there recently.
Aunt Rachel, you better not tell her if you listen all the way through. You better make her listen.
Because she knows how to get the deals there.
That's awesome. 80s music or 70s music?
70s.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I love to cook, and I haven't really been able to cook the last couple months.
Right.
But I'm going to go dinner.
Dinner. If you had to choose a go-to dinner, what would you choose?
Go-to dinner. I love making chicken parm.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I really do. Or I love grilling steaks out on the grill.
All right, well, we're really going to be able to tell your age. Talking or texting?
You mean actually talking on the phone?
Talking on the phone, yeah.
Oh, I'd rather text.
Really?
Oh my God, I hate talking to people.
That's amazing. You're so young. You're so hip. You're so Gen Z.
Yeah, I just let's just text.
Paperback books or audiobooks?
You know, that's funny. I used to love the paperback books, but recently, and, I never really read the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I read it, little parts, growing up.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to the audiobook of the Bible, and it's great.
Yeah.
I love the way that people talk and tell the stories and everything in there. It's awesome.
That's really good. Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
You'd rather be too hot?
Yeah, because I don't know why. I think it's because I lost all this weight.
Yeah, you've been really cold.
I've been freezing all the time.
I came in Monday and you were like layered up with blankets. And,
yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I don't like cold right now.
Yeah, I can understand that. Normally I would rather be too cold, put on another sweater, but I can imagine that has to be like really hard on your body, whereas being too hot, you're definitely sweating something out.
Yep.
Well, anything else you want to share today before we close up?
Oh, I did want to touch base on one thing.
Yeah.
On the research. Remember we were talking last week about the people that if you go to
out-of-network doctors.
Out-of-network. No. If you go to a doctor, like when I went to go get my biopsy done.
Okay.
However, the anesthesiologist for the doctor was not in my plan.
Yeah.
So they sent me a bill for that.
Which is crazy.
Which, come to find out, someone that was listening to my podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I forgot who it was. They sent me a note saying that's now a law.
Wow. That
it has to be paid. So
the No Surprises Act.
Yeah, the No Surprises Act. You probably because I know I shared it with you.
Yeah, no, it protects against surprise bills for emergency services, even if received from an out-of-network provider, and for certain non-emergency services provided by an out-of-network provider at in-network facilities. So that's the difference. It's like if you went to a hospital you know is in network,
right? And
then like if I just gave birth 6 months ago, and then they use an anesthesiologist out of network, then they have to limit the amount that they can charge us.
Yeah, no, they have to. They have to negotiate with your insurance company to get paid.
So that's, shocking to us. I mean, I had no idea. I just imagine you got a bill in the mail and you just have to pay it.
I bet you a lot of people just go and pay those bills.
It's crazy.
And don't even realize it.
Yep. Very crazy. Well, anything else you want to share?
No, that's it. Nothing else really going on. I know hopefully we're going to try to go to the Clearwater Aquarium with the grandkids.
I'm so excited.
Even my buddy that's setting it up for us, he says he's getting me a wheelchair and everything so I can be wheeled there so I don't have to walk. This will be the most
exciting thing you've probably done in months. Like obviously we look forward to every moment we get to spend together, but most of our moments have been, just chilling like this, like sitting around, sitting with family.
Yep.
It'll be really nice and really special to be able to take the grandkids and, us and spend that time with you and just be normal for a day.
No, because I definitely want to create some memories.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Be normal for a morning.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us today. We really appreciate all of your listens and downloads. Please follow us and rate us 5 stars on the podcast apps. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere that you get your podcasts, you can find us. So follow us on Instagram at Just Diagnosed Pod and our TikTok at Just Diagnosed. You can follow Steve.
Diabetic Steve.
And me at Katie McCabe, no E.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.